What's crafting, guys? I'm with a golem and welcome to my Let's Play series. How are we all doing today? I'm pretty well, thank you. But as you can see, we're walking in front of this now slightly thicker area. I've expanded the buildings back half bar from one, and you'll find out the reason why in a moment, and then we'll talk about what we're going to do in this episode. So let's quickly show you around. So these buildings have now gone further back. We've got a nice little sort of, I wanted this to be a tower rather than a really far back deep building, but it is a slightly deeper building when you come around the side. I wanted a big sort of garage type door because it's connected to the building next to it, so you've got a bit more space. And then we've got a little bit of space around the back to get to the redstone of the farm, which is pretty cool, and I could get to the lever and etc. Fix if I need to fix anything. And it's producing quite well. Obviously I need to sort out the path and the floor, and I'll probably put a dumpster back here and bits and pieces and make it look pretty cool, but I think that's going to work out really nicely. You come wrap around here, obviously you can still see all of this. I love it. I think it's working out really well. The inside, there's not a lot going on. I haven't done any more work on it. It looks like that, so we keep the door shut. So at the moment it's still a front. This one's gone, there is a sort of crate on top of there, and this one's gone further back as well. There's a lot of space. I'm pretty happy with what's going on with it. And obviously you go in here, you can still see the roof, and we are producing quite a lot of wool, which I'm really happy with because it's going to come in perfect for the vehicles that I'm going to be building very soon. Not today, because I find that airships take quite a long time. But yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. I've done a little bit more in here. This is quite a nice large building, which you can see where the sheep are. There they are down there. It's for the breeding pen, so that's quite nice. We've got a lot of space in here. I'll figure out what we can do with it next time. Or if you guys have got any ideas for farms or anything that I could do in that space, just let me know. Then we've got this one. Isn't quite finished. Obviously I'm deciding what to want to put in the side building, and that dictates where this building ends up. So it's going to be a sort of a tunnel, maybe just, or an alleyway, and that'll just lead round to the back, and we'll have bits and pieces around the back as well. So yeah, it's getting there slowly. These are the buildings that are going to work for the villagers, well, the imaginary workers of the area. Obviously we're going to have the building here that takes us up and down to the trial chambers, which is really quite cool. But if you look around, we're actually missing quite a lot, and it's not just buildings. I want to bring some more life into the area, so I think this episode we're going to look at building cars, bikes, planes. We're going to lead the airships, maybe poke a little airship in somewhere, but we'll see what happens. But because we've got these big buildings, but these streets are so bare and empty, and they're just missing that little zinger life. So the aim is to take you to a world where I play with some of my mates. They're all pretty cool guys. We might even see one or two of them, and I'll show you what I've been building over there. There are a couple of boats, but I'll show you and you'll see, and I'll show you some examples of possibly cars, and then some ideas, and then we'll get on with a time lapse. So I'll see you on the other side. So as we come up into the distance on this world with friends, I have built this. This is the shopping district. This is something that I have had a thought for. It is a shopping barge sort of thing, and it's not loading it when you want it to. So we have had a couple of upgrades on this because we tested out packs and stuff, but this is the overall barge. Or barge, should we say. We've got a big old hull which I sort of wanted like peeling paint coming off it. Then we've got these sort of gangplank stairs, which are quite cool, to be honest. I quite like them. If you can see in the distance, I don't know if you can, I didn't make this very well. There's some buoys and stuff like floating around. Then we come up here. We have basically the big deck. We've got a sort of building. This is the crow's, well, not the crow's nest, this is where they will steer from. Downstairs you've got the sort of lower deck engine room, which I've been able to put lots of different things in, lots of bits of junk, etc. in. I'm overall very happy with how this has turned out, and to sort of tie in the steampunky look, because I want this world to sort of be linked with my other world, so I'm going to put probably a big portal in somewhere. We've also got these giant sort of individual water wheels. Probably can't see them that well, so we'll go into the water and you'll get a brief. I am surrounded. This world, I'm just literally living on water. So there you go. Those are the big water wheels on the back, which I'm so happy with. And this place has turned out better than I actually thought it would. The idea is to eventually have this whole place covered in sort of boats. If I could get up to see. So let's have this whole place covered in boats. We'll have like fishing boats and other stuff, and there will be individual shops. And who can I see here? It's Night Flame. Hello. Hello. Wait, that's not your normal skin. Hey up. So we just said a hi to him. And this is probably the first time he's seen this as well. So I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. And he looks happy. He does look happy. So yeah, that's the first shout out from my friend Night Flame. Unfortunately on this we don't have voice at the moment. If anybody knows a decent voice mod for Bedrock, please let us know. But yeah, this is his first chance to look at this, so I'll message him privately, because now we're going to go view our other stuff. So coming up to the airship at night is especially nice, because it is, I love this thing. It looks pretty cool. I do struggle with hot air balloons, as you could probably tell, because I can't get the roundedness, but I do like a quite pointy balloon. Gives it that sort of edgy sort of look. I based it around a ship, so I'm not sure what sort of stuff we're going to do with the steampunk world, the Let's Play world. I do like the fact of having docks and stuff around. This big airship, I think this one's probably going to be flying at some point, but we're not going to do that one today. Might do like a little plane or something, we'll decide on that later, but we've got a big chimney. I do like these sorts of gangplanks, boardwalks, and we've experimented a little bit with pallets and stuff here and how stars work. The big fire in the middle is pretty cool. So I think this was a good shout for this as well. Another one of my worlds, I created this sort of small garage type thing with the, I don't know what sort of vehicle this is. I like to call it probably the Indiana Jones type carve open top Jeep vehicle type thing. Take some ideas of this because it's quite cool. We've obviously got a built-in ramp down the bottom, and you can see there's no engine in the car. So that's the first vehicle on this area. So I'll show you another vehicle, and this was another one of my van type vehicles. This one's 4 wide. I know I've been recommended by Merovec about a 3 wide one that will work quite well. So there's a choice really. I could do 3 wide, 4 wide. Choices are endless, and obviously we've got back doors which you can get into. So that's quite a cool sort of look. I think I only built 2 in this world, so I'll meet you back in our world. See you in a second. So now we're back in the Let's Play world. I've got a few examples of other bits and pieces which I'll pop up in a second, and these are just going to prog up probably now all over the screen. But there's cars, there's planes, there's even, if you ever seen Steam Boy, there's the sort of unicycle type gyro cycle, is it? So I do want to build that, but I'll build that one with you. Everything else I'm going to do in a time lapse. So for the first one of the episode, let's hit it. as you can tell, I am not the best at making vehicles, but these are my sort of first shot at, well, not first shot, I've done a couple in the other areas, but I wanted to build this sort of lorry in the first part. So we've got, I've used the autocraft as the lights, the furnaces as just the grills. It's simple. I don't know if it's effective because I'm not sure if I like the sides, so I might change them out, might do something different with them between episodes. And I'm not sure about these, the wheels. I don't want them too big, I don't want them just one block, but making them 2x2, I don't know. So what do you guys think of that? Do you think I should change them, or we'll have a look into seeing what we can do, if you guys have got any better ideas. But this was supposed to be like a flatbed, which I'm pretty happy with. It brings that little bit of life into the area. So yeah, it does what it needs to do. Now we got to go down to the first one that I actually did, and the first one was based around a sort of small 4-5 seater Steampunk car. I think I showed you the pictures earlier. It's the best I can sort of do, best blag. Oh, talk about wheels. These ones, this is what I didn't mean. I didn't want them 3x3, but I want them 2x2. So we'll have to figure that one out as we go. Now, this one over here was just a small car, bit of storage on the back. We've got the hubcaps on. I think it gives us, it's either, I don't know, it reminds me of the Flintstones car, like a steampunk version of the Flintstones. So I'll just put all these down, and you can see obviously we've got pipes running through the centre, got a sort of steering wheel. So yeah, this one works alright. It's, like I said, it's filling the area and it's giving that nice bit of life. Now talk about a bit of life. See that little airship sort of personal, I think I'll call it a personal airship because I wanted a small sort of one. I didn't do a plane in the end because I wanted to test out, there's a creator called, I think it's Dusus or Dukesuke, I'll have to ask him how to pronounce it, but he said to make a square and take the corners off, and that will create not too bad of a balloon. So obviously I've created this little thing. It's got a little engine on, and I think that looks pretty cool. It's just sort of hovering over the top of houses, and I think that does what it needs to do really. It's something simple, something that can just pop in the air and brings the eye to how tall things are. It just keeps you sort of guessing. I think I might do sort of like a wind cloud behind it. Well, I'll figure it out as we go along. Now we're going to go down here because we built that other boat. Now obviously I showed you in this in the world with friends the giant shopping district. Now the giant shopping district's based around probably a tanker sort of thing, and I wanted sort of a smaller version here. I've left some scaffolding on it which I'll clean up later. And yes, that's literally, it's just something tiny, something small. It does, I'm going to have to take a lot of this out because as you can see it'll ground the boat. In the world with friends, obviously it has big paddles on the back. This has little engines. They sort of say jet powered engines, but it's more steam powered engines, so there'll be an engine inside of it producing the heat and the steam, and it'll just be pushing it along. And that's why there's two engines, because that can steer either direction. So I'm pretty happy with how that one's turned out. Now I think I want to show you how I'm going to build the Steam Boy one. The Steam Boy, I think it's a gyrocycle. If anyone can give me an idea what it's called, then let me know in the comments below, because I am trying to blag this as best as I can. You know what I'm like, I wing things a lot. Like all these vehicles I've winged a lot. We're walking through these streets. If you can imagine more vehicles popping up, like motorcycles and bits and pieces. Yeah, but yes, I'm going to wing this. I'm going to probably put it outside of the wool farm because I quite like this area. We have gathered a few bits and pieces together for it. I don't know, I have tested this out on a sort of normal world. On my, not normal world, I've tested it out on my redstone test world. Now, it does require me taking up some of the ground because we're going to put tracks down. Basically, the tracks will signify the wheel going around. So we've sorted out the wheel first. So I believe I did it too high. I believe. I'm just going to place one there and do that. We'll do the same on the other side, or to get rid of the ones in the middle. So this is these are obviously the edges of the wheel that I wish I could get something that would curve upwards. Obviously, I have had a look at the oh, I haven't got an axe. I have looked at the tracks, not the tracks, the conveyor belts, and the conveyor belts just don't work, unfortunately. So I'm going to do the same again, but I'm going to put them on the outside because we need to work on the inside. So we're going to do that, and we're going to do one more. So this is obviously going to be one step higher, and we need to get rid of these ones in the middle again. This is not fun, but this is how I'm going to make the basic circle on the inside. It's going to do what it needs to do, really. Now with the basic circle made, it's basically 4 by 4. It's giving me a bit of space for the inside to play with. Now we're going to need an engine. We need 3 wheels, somewhere to sit. We need some steering, and obviously with the sitting situation, you need to put that down on some track. Now I have forgotten. Oh no, I can probably use a trapdoor. So here you go. This is the complicated part. So let's put in. We'll put in where the seat's going to go. So the seat will go there, and then the engine will go next to it. So once the engine's in, this will give you a brief look of where everything's going to go. Obviously, yeah. Now we'll put one wheel in. We are probably going to have to go below just to place another wheel under the ground. So we need to place one wheel there, like that. So that is perfect. Let's place the seat in, and still place. Oops, that's because I'm stood right next to it, which is not helpful. Seat in. No. There you go. Let's place it that way. Then, if we can possibly do it, I need to get one more wheel in. I'm not sure how this is going to work. It's not. So I need to get one more wheel in. This is going to be the difficult part. I am not too sure whether I should go up. Let's take this out, and we'll do this another way. So if I go like this, give the seat a sort of backrest. That gives that. So that's going to be. It does look like a seat now, but I'd rather be able to sit in it. I go like this, not like that, obviously. Replace. This is going to be the awkward part. Replace this on here. Then we get rid of that. Please. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a test for this. I will figure it out, because either that or I leave it. I think, you know what? Ooh, we don't need to set it. Don't tell anyone. Put 2 handles either side. And I believe, did I put a light in here? Well, I put a light in the chest. And we'll have it as a sort of steering light, so we know, so we can basically see where we're going. So let's just plop this on. We're going to ignore the seat for now. I'll figure that out. I think, to be honest, I think if you crouch on, it's going to look alright. Put it there. So there you go. It's a nice, simple gyro cycle, and yeah, ignore the minecart sort of style. But this sort of gives it a nice wheel, basically. I want maybe put tyre tracks behind it. We'll figure out that as we go along. But yeah, we've got vehicles coming into the place now, steampunky vehicles everywhere. I am so happy. So guys, I'm so thankful that you guys have actually stuck with me with this, because this is me testing out and bringing life into the area with vehicles, airships, boats, bikes, you name it. We've done it this episode, and I'm really happy with how the actual overall effect is. I think next time I'm desperate in need of a beacon, so I think we're going to attempt to do the wither in the end underneath the portal, so that's going to be an interesting one too. And guys, don't forget to please smash that like button. Thank you for all the subscribers so far, so don't forget to subscribe and stay crafty. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and don't forget to check out my past episodes.